Hello, everybody. The NBA season started just yesterday, so I'm watching some games, seeing how the new look Houston Rockets are doing right now. Denver's actually losing at halftime, and I know you all really, really care about that. So I'm going to make sure to keep you updated in all these videos I make tonight. We're going to be working on some percents. The next three videos, actually this whole chapter, the video should be pretty short, so I shouldn't have to waste a lot of your time here. What we have to do first is I want to understand that percents and decimals are really the same thing, and they're not hard to change. So if we have this number here, the decimal in a percent like this, 20.0 or whatever, in order to change this into a decimal, we simply have to take this and move it twice to the left, because we should already know that decimals are just smaller versions of that same percent. So 20% would be written as 0.20. Same thing here. If I would take this and move it, 45% would be turned into 0.45. And if we have a big percent like 175 and we move it twice, we end up with 1.75. So it's possible for non-percents here, or for percents to turn into numbers that are greater than 1. Now in the exact reverse, if you have a decimal and you're turning it to a percentage, you take this and you move it twice. And so 0.02 turns into 2%. 0.565 would turn into 56.5%. And this one actually turns into 3,652%. Pretty massive percent. How'd you like that to get your pay raise? We're going to increase your pay by 3,000%. That would be pretty awesome. All right, a couple keywords before we start this section. The word of means multiplication. And the word is means equal. Make sure you have these written down in your notes somewhere. So when we actually start doing some problems, it says what number is 35% of 75? Okay, we should remember that we have to underline keywords. And we know that is means equal to. And we know that of means times. Then we just simply take down the numbers that we know. So this turns into 75 here. This is 35%. And so what number? Well, that's an x, because we don't know it. So then to change this into a decimal, we get x equals 0.35 times 75. And then for that, that is a calculator problem. If I can get this to work. So I go 0.35. Oops. I don't remember how to do multiply on here. I never remember. Times 75 is 26.25. So x is 26.25. Meaning, if we rewrote this as a sentence, it would say that 26.25 is 35% of 75. Okay? Down here, same thing. 65% of what number is 85? Okay, so we get 65% of times what number? Well, that's x is 85. So we got to turn that to a decimal and kind of close up our equation. So I get 0.65 times x equals 85. Well, now we just have a linear equation. So I divide by that 0.65, just like we did for the last couple chapters. And so my x equals 0.65. Oops, sorry, that's not right. 85 divided by 0.65 is about 132.3. And obviously you can round on some of these. Pretty straightforward stuff. Like you try these on your own. Ugh, that E was just killing me. Okay, so for this one, of and is, so we get x times 55 equals 102. We divide by 55 on both sides. is 1.85. Now this is a little bit different. It asks us for a percent, so we have to turn that decimal into percent, meaning we have to move that decimal twice to the right because we got to make it bigger. So x equals 185%. And down here on the bottom, we get 54% times x equals 155, or 0.54 times x equals 155. And one of the reasons why I'm going a little quickly on this is most people, if they took class with me last year, which is most of you doing this video, we've done this before. And those are always nice to start sections like that. 287. But by all means, if you have questions, bring them to class. Last one, nice little story problem here. You want to buy a brand new TV, a lot like my TV. It's kind of similar to this. I have an LG though, not a Samsung. Best Buy has the original price is $575, and it's on sale for 85% of the regular price. And Walmart, the original price is $650, but it's on a 25% reduced price. I want to see if you can solve this on your own. All right, to show you how I did it. For this one over here, we have 575, and I took it times my 0.85 because that's 85%. And that means I'd really like to know what multiply is. Oh boy, not right. Okay, so 575 times 85. Whoa, that's not right. 0.85, there we go, is $488.75. This one's a little bit trickier. So I took my 650 times my 0.25. And that gave me 162.5 or 0.50. Now, this one says it's a reduced price, so now I have to take my 650 minus this to get my actual cost. And I'm hoping that you saw that number and you immediately went, oh, that's not what it's supposed to be, you know. That'd be a pretty massive drop for TV cost. 487.5. Turns out these are incredibly close. But Walmart's is actually just over $1 cheaper. So Walmart wins. Sadly, Walmart wins. Okay, and last problem is what percent of the total area is the red box? And that's what I'm going to do on my own. The first thing we have to do is figure out the area of the gray box. Well, we should know that the area of a square is base times height. So for the gray box here, the area is going to be 10 times 10, or 100. And we know that the red box has an area of 3 times 3, or 9. And to make a percent, we should know this by our test, so that you just simply do the small number on top, big number on bottom, and we turn that into a decimal. So it's 0.09. Oh, I probably should have been able to do that without a calculator. Whoops. And 0.09, if we move that twice over, is 9%. So that should cover all of the problems that you have on your homework assignment, which is right there. Good luck.